Well. Welcome to another episode of SKST Radio. You're talking one-on-one entertainment with Cammie Grayson and my new friend Francesca De Luca. Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
pleasure. So happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks for
so
the
glad. I've
invite.
been waiting for this all week long. I'm like, oh, I get to meet Francesca. I get to meet her. So this is
It's a
so
pleasure.
exciting. Okay, so tell the world who you are and how you got started.
Oh my God. Yeah, so Francesca De Luca, I'm born in London, England. I'm 100% Italian blood, just I look Italian, right? And
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you. And I came to LA 8.5 years ago to pursue acting, having done a lot of acting in London, and from straight out of school, it was straight into theatre, lots of training. That's the big thing about London, huge amount of training. And then going into theatre and lots of tours and all types of productions that I did. Yeah, so I got a really good training on the stage there. Went into like different films, one in Poland, one with Oliver Reed, which was amazing. And I don't know if you remember him, but he was in Gladiator. Anyway, and then yeah, I got a very confident in my ability, and I was like, you know what? I think I should go to the States because I'm really good at the American accents or different accents. And, I can play Americans as well as British. I found that even in London, I would get cast as an American or Italian American, all different, like Greek, Middle Eastern, all types,
Oh wow.
Russian, Italian, French, all different. So, I'm used to changing the accent around and training hard on that. And yeah, so that's it. I came to LA and here I am. I've been here 8.5 years. Shall I keep going?
Yeah. Okay, so give us your LA voice.
My LA voice. Oh my God, Cammie. Um, my LA voice. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hi. Hi.
You go, LA girl.
Could I have a drink?
Very good. Oh my gosh.
You threw me
You
in.
have a
But it's
beautiful
like,
voice. So
oh,
yeah, I can
thanks.
see that. I can see the multicultural in you. That's great. It's wonderful
Yeah.
that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So okay, so now what was your first movie
My first movie in ever, or
ever?
in the ever.
Ever?
Oh my God. Okay. So my first movie was Orpheus and Eurydice. I mentioned Oliver Reed. And it was a feature film. I played the Aglioniki, the sorceress, who I'll ruin it. You won't watch it. So
I no no
it's
no
like
no
I'll ruin the film. It's like spoiler alerts, everyone. Don't listen if you want to see the film. And yeah, so I played the evil sorceress who actually kills Orpheus and Eurydice. Real spoilers here in the film.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, so
So
I
yeah, we
had to
gotta look
do
at
all
that
sorts
one.
of
I haven't seen
changing.
that one.
Uh, it's an interesting film. It's very over the top. But yeah, so I seem to be a baddie. The typical. Lots of Brits get cast as baddies. I'd love to be in a Marvel movie as a baddie. Hey Marvel. Um, and yeah, so yeah, that's my first movie. I got flown to Greece, and I filmed in caves outside of Athens,
Oh
where
wow.
my altar was as my sorceress. I had an altar with all sorts of things and a fake snake that I had to do some magic with to shake it around. Yeah, this is the sort of thing you do as an actor. You just like, oh, okay, I've got to do that now.
Gotta
Fine.
go with it.
Yeah, it's my character. That's what I would do.
So you obviously you love acting, and you moved to LA, and so now that you moved from England to LA, is it harder because this is a new spot for you?
Well, in some ways, I knew I had to start over again and prove myself as an actor here because like on my IMDb and my resume, it's all British stuff, and no one would have really heard of that much stuff unless they looked into it deeper. And on the surface, it's like, oh, what has she done in the States? Can she do an American accent and this and that? And so I knew I had to like work hard and like be focused at the beginning, and like just and then I gradually built up my resume, my US resume, and I started to get some more notice. And then suddenly I had one particular thing that happened where I got an amazing audition with Francis Ford Coppola and the Godfather man, and one of my favorite directors ever. And I had an audition with the man himself, which was fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then I got cast.
So that is that what really tipped you over the top?
Tipped me over the top, as in like made people recognize that I can do
Who
something.
You were, yes.
Yeah, I'd say so, because I got my manager interest. I got a manager then,
Okay.
And he said, "Well, if Francis likes you, then you must be good." And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah.
And like as an actor, you're good. You're good. You got to own it.
Right. Exactly.
You got to own it. There's no point in being shy and going, I'm all right. No, you're awesome. If you're good, you're really fucking good.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. And confident, because I know my ability, and Francis recognized it. Yes.
Wow.
And I was honored to work with him, and got to know him as a person. He was such a warm person, and so genuine and real, and then his directing is so spot on. He knows exactly what he wants, and you have to be ready just to give him anything to improvise as well. It was like a cross between theater and film, what we did. So it was really important that we could film for long periods of time and not stop. And so a lot of actors are not used to that sort of thing. And over here, I know people haven't done as much theater in LA, that is. So I knew I had that advantage, and I could just keep going and keep focused in my character. And that was amazing.
So how many movies have you actually done?
I haven't counted. I should count.
It's a lot.
I should count. I don't know how many, actually. Just like a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
You have a lot. Yes,
a lot.
Yeah. What was your favorite movie?
My favorite movie that I've done? Oh, God. Well, obviously that was amazing, but I've already spoken to you about that. I did another one called Passports, where I played a psychic, and that was an interesting one. Beautifully shot. Actually, to be honest with you, just a film I just did was, I think, one of my favorites too. Because they're all so different. The one I just did was Storage, but they're all so different, and that's the thing I love. It's not just like doing the same thing over and over again. It's like I like the variety. I like the challenge of doing something different character, and different story. So
Well, let's talk about Storage. So tell us a little bit about that.
Storage, yeah. So it's a psychological thriller, stroke horror, and it's really hard to say what I do, because that's the whole point of a psychological thriller, is that you don't know what's gonna, shouldn't know what's gonna happen.
Expect,
I don't want to do this one for you, because but so it's basically, it's like there's a couple of people, they're stuck in a storage unit, can't get out, they don't know how to get out. There's so much this tension throughout the whole thing. It was kind of like Jordan Peele a little bit, like Hitchcock, Twilight Zone-ish, and so they're stuck inside. They don't know what, and then things happen explaining what's going on, what's really going on. And then when my character is a big twist in the film, actually, I come in a little later and reveal a lot, which I can't reveal. I don't want to reveal and ruin it
Yeah,
now.
no, don't
She's
reveal it. But
she's a
it sort of
powerful.
remind me of that Rubik's Cube movie. Remember that movie where it was a cube? Did you ever see
Yeah,
that? It sort of
yeah,
kind of put me in the mind of that, you
I
know?
saw that. That was good, wasn't it? That was
It
good.
was good.
You like so you enjoyed the film,
Oh
and it's
yes,
good to hear that.
absolutely, absolutely.
And then with my character, yeah, what would you say? Is like she's powerful. She
Well, like I
she's
said, you don't want to give it away,
uh,
but the character is strong, and she carries it throughout the end. So once she comes in, there's no hands up that was it made the show pretty much.
thank you,
So
thank
yeah,
you very
yeah,
much.
absolutely. That's why I said I've been looking forward to meeting you because you have such great talent, and so
Thank you. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So doing the filming of this, when did y'all actually film this? Was it in 2021 or when was
Yeah,
the actual filming?
2021 was cast. I got cast in October, I think it was, and then I filmed in November. And it was really quick, the filming. We only had, it was like it's a 17-minute film. um we had um we had like, there was 3 days filming, and so it was like you had to be really on it,
Mm-hmm.
and quick, and I knew exactly what I was going to do. Like, it's just like when you're in, you understand your character. You just are. You don't plan. You just are. You
Yeah.
are that character. You know who that person is. Like for
Mm-hmm.
me, I
Yeah.
like to look at the backstory, what happened before the film, what's been happening, who am I? Like, just not just in that moment, the
Yeah. So
moment in
you
the
can be
film.
that character. Yeah,
Yes, so
absolutely.
it's like you're a 3D person. You're not just like um, one dimensional. It's like there's depth. There's
Yeah.
that, and then that, I think that's I'm really able to go deep into a character and just be and then pre-present, and then bounce off of each other when we're acting. That's the
Mm-hmm.
exciting thing. You don't know. You just get on set, and then you're like in the zone. Once I'm on set, I'm that character. I don't switch
Mm-hmm.
out. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, lights, action. That's it. I'm there, and so I enjoy that. Like, just going in, and then
Making it happen. Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I was going to ask you. I mean, what made you decide to be an actress?
Um, okay, so several things. I love acting. I love acting, and I love it. I love to get deep into a role. I'm interested in psychology. I'm interested in how people think and feel, and how they react to situations. I'm a bit of a psychologist myself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like, it's a thing of like, okay, like, let's have a look at the script. What can I do with this? I love to create. So creating in
Mm-hmm.
character out of nothing, out of you and your life experiences, or
Mm-hmm.
and then I love to think the fact that I can make people feel something. I can bring you into my character, or the whole team, or the whole actors. We all bring you in to experience something really interesting, or fascinating, or disturbing, or an emotional ride, and because we're and like and me, I love watching stuff, being drawn
Mm-hmm.
in. So I love that, like, you get drawn in. So I have this ability to help other people, like, escape from their lives, to make them laugh, see the reality of them, of life in the situation, and
Mm-hmm.
the mirror of themselves as well. Like, oh my God, I do that. Oh my God, well, what would I do in this situation? Oh my,
Right, right.
like, there's all this stuff. I think it's wonderful to people. We need everyone. We need actors, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and we need escapism, and especially after what we've been through, and as well.
Exactly. I was just thinking that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what society would have done if you guys hadn't kept making movies. You went
Yeah,
through the whole COVID thing,
yeah,
and when it was hard,
everything on Netflix,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what would have happened if, because everyone was isolated and shut in, and can you
I know.
imagine?
No, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
And it's true. Thank God we all had the different streaming services and everything that we have. And but yeah, and there's so much being made right now. That's why I love that there's so much happening over here. Because I actually remember there's a question you asked me. You said like, how hard was it on here? So yeah, I started from scratch. I'll go back again. I realized that I didn't include something. Started from scratch, but then I also realized coming to LA that I am able to be cast more here as well. Like I think I said in London, I could be cast as stuff, but actually not so much as a Brit in London. Like over here, I've actually been cast as a Brit. Like this role I've just played, she's British. And again, there's like the Italian American. There's so many different. There's so much being made over here compared to London. So like while it was a while to get going, once my talent was recognized by one person and I got a good, it's like it carries on. A great manager, then a good agent, and then you get more casting directors seeing you, and then like, oh, okay, you're good, and they remember that. And so I just backtracked a second.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's what it takes. It snowballs, but you have to get that work done. You have to put in that hard work to get noticed and get recognized. And I see that. And then that's a challenge, going from one country to the other. And
of course, and that as well, the whole different country is like, okay, but that was a sacrifice as well I had to make. I felt like I'd do better here, and I would enjoy it more here, and and love it here. I do love it in LA, and I love New York too.
We need to come to Virginia and check us out.
Oh my God, Virginia! I've actually been to Virginia when I went. Yeah, I have. I love Virginia, actually. I went to Washington, D.C. and then Virginia. And yeah, it's really beautiful, actually.
Yeah,
the people are very friendly.
I'm from Texas, and I moved here with my job, and I didn't want to go back.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, it's really nice here. It's really. I'm in Virginia Beach, actually. I live like 3 blocks from the beach, so it's just really nice.
Really? Yeah. Oh my God. I haven't been to Virginia Beach. I'll have to do that.
So yeah, when you come to town, look me up.
I will. I will.
I'm right down the street from the beach, and we can have a good time.
That would be lovely. And you never know, like the film, because storage. So we just, got into LA Shorts Film Festival, which was fantastic. It premiered there recently last month. And then it's now it's going to be the Silicon Beach Film Festival at the Chinese Theater in a couple of weeks.
Oh, nice!
Which is great. And then there's going to be other film festivals over the year. So maybe you never know. There could be one near you.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm looking forward to, is traveling different parts of.
I mean that's a great opportunity. So what's next for you?
Well, there's actually a film I'm talking about with someone right now. I'm just being really selective about what I do, because I have a tendency to overload myself. So I'm like, hang on a second, it's got to be really, it's got to be really good if I'm going to do something. Feel it's really right. It's something I'd really love to do, or someone I'd love to work with. I'm also waiting for my green card to come through, which will help me work with the TV studios. I've been offered a couple of roles on TV.
Nice.
The Rookie and New Amsterdam. And there's other people interested in auditioning me, but I just have to wait until that's officially through for the big studios. I can do for now I can do like the independent films, which is fine. Like the one I just did, which was very, very high quality and great cinematography and everything. And you enjoyed it. And so but that will be that will be another big stage once that happens by the end of this year. It will open a huge amount of doors for TV, because I have had a lot of casting directors say I'm talented and interested in well, they did cast me, actually. They cast me on these couple of roles. It's just technical thing I just got to wait a bit longer for. But yeah. What do you imagine me playing? Do you imagine me playing more baddies?
Oh yeah, I like the baddies. You're a good bad girl.
I'm a good bad girl.
You're a good bad girl.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
So let me ask you this. So knowing all that you know, the knowledge that you have now, what type of advice could you give to someone who's wanting to do exactly what you do? Move from a whole different state or country to make that dream come true. What type of
Wow.
advice would you give that person?
There's so much advice I can give. I have actually done like a couple of webinars before on that, because there is so much, and that's something I'd love to help people with. So let me just think quickly. What can I say? Prepare. So anyone, first of all, you have to get your O1 visa, which is very tough to get. Prepare that in advance with a lawyer. Know what you need to get in order to get that, and start preparing that straight away, and then get your lawyer on board as soon as you can. And plan that really well. Don't go in blindly, because so many people are naive and come over here and think, I'll come over for pilot season and just get something. It doesn't actually quite work that way. So you need number one, O1 visa, and if you want to actually work with the TV shows, they've changed the rules now, where I think it's all the studios now are saying green card only. So if you're like me and you get cast in something, you're going to have to face the fact that they'll say you can't film, and it's heartbreaking, yes, and it's great at the one point that you've been recognized, but you need to plan that as well. And it's very hard to get the green card. But that's the whole thing. You have to realize it can take, someone told me it takes 7 to 10 years before you actually can get somewhere, and be realistic. It's like, for me, I didn't come from doing nothing. I did a lot of like theater and film and everything in London and Europe. So I already had that grounding and confidence, and already, already done stuff. So, but yeah, you have to be patient. You have to have enough money to live. You have to think of all these practical things. Keep practicing your craft. Always keep practicing your craft. Go to classes. You have to be so confident that when you do get the auditions, like I have, go in that room where you do that self-tape, and you're like, I know I can do this. I'm you have the belief in yourself. So develop a self-belief that's based on reality, because you're so good. You've done it. You've been practicing. You can handle anything. If they give you another script, which has happened to me, and the room, like, say, could you try this? You just do it. You just do it, and that's it. And you're fine. And you're like, okay. And you actually and you enjoy it. So that's the main thing, is never to forget. You must just keep enjoying it and loving it. And it's like, take pride in it. You want to get the best you can be as an actor. Well, then, that's what I do. Be the best you can be as an actor. You wanna move people. You gotta be able to move yourself first. And you've got to be open to feel things and not hold yourself back. Oh, I can't do that because of this, or in life and on the stage and on set. Be open. I can do this. Yes, let's go for it. So it's for me. Yes, okay. Once I start on this, I can't stop. So for me, it's like, it's like working on yourself as a person. Keep fit. Keep mentally fit, as like talk to people, just emotionally aware, and love every day as it is, and don't, not everything is about just acting. But yeah, just coming from another country, there is a lot to talk about. There's a lot to plan and a lot to do with that, but patience and keep moving forward.
Right. Right.
keep loving yourself through it.
So did you have a lot of support?
Away.
Did family support?
Yeah. Yes. My mom
Mhm.
was wonderful, and she gave me a lot of support. It was really hard for her.
Oh
So
yeah, I can imagine you all across the world now.
yeah. And she's, I mean, right from the start, when I was growing up, she took me to like acting classes, dancing classes. And she said, it's really good for you to go on the stage and for your confidence. It's really good, Francesca. And I was like, yeah, and it's true. And if you go on the stage, you can do anything, she said. You won't be afraid. So that's what got me started. She got me started, and she saw I was talented and kept encouraging me. And she came to like every show I did, every play I did. She was there in the audience.
Oh,
I could hear her like laughing. I'd be like, it would put me off sometimes. I'd be like, Mom, don't laugh so loud because I can hear you when I'm on the stage. It's like, oh no, she's my mom. Oh, stay in the zone, stay in the zone. And it's like, but it's really sweet as well,
mm-hmm.
And then she'd be like,
Absolutely.
be like, that's my daughter afterwards. Be like, that's my daughter. And so when I got cast with Francis Ford Coppola, she said, tell Francis he was right to cast you. And if he ever comes over to London, he'll have to come over and I'll invite him over to dinner and tell him that, Francesca. I was like, okay. And yeah, she was so proud of me to be working with him, and just proud of me anyway. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, but she'll always be with me
Yeah, in
in many
spirit,
ways.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
So yeah, I lost her at the beginning of COVID. It was really, really tough. So this is
Yeah.
another thing that's like strength. You have to have strength
Yeah,
to be
absolutely.
coming from another country. Something like COVID happens,
Yeah,
and still stick it out and still keep going and just pick yourself up. I mean, that's the thing of like, if you don't have like family here, you have to learn to pick yourself up. I have friends, really good friends, but it's like I've learned, how to look after myself and how
right,
to
right.
bring myself back up again and be
Well,
strong.
I'm not as far away as you are from home, but I'm from Texas and I know exactly how I feel. I have
Yeah.
no family here, no relatives whatsoever. And so you're right. You're absolutely right. I kind of buried myself in work and then I started doing my podcast for fun, and so
Yeah.
that kept me going. It really kept me going.
Yes.
So
That's
that's,
wonderful to hear that. Yes.
yeah. So I
Totally
understand.
understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So you have an amazing, amazing personality. Just love your character. Just love who you are.
Thank you so much.
I mean, I see why people gravitate to you. You're just a nice person inside and out. I'm so honored to have been able to meet you. Like I said, I was looking forward to meeting you this whole week. It was like, oh, I hope she don't cancel. And so this has been like worth it all the way, 100%. So thank you so much for
Thank you
taking
so
the
much,
time to.
Tammy. Really, you're beautiful too. And
Well,
I can
thank
see
you.
how much heart you have as well, and genuine. And thank you for having me on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you have any projects that you need to help get out, if the studio misses us, you know how to get us. You can find us on social media. You
Yeah.
can Google my name. I'm all over social media, and you can find me at all times. If you need anything, I'm here for you. Like I said, you're invited to come to Virginia as long as I'm here.
That would be so lovely. I'd love that.
Yes. Yes, we'd
Yeah.
love to have you here. I mean, I love the beach and it's nice and it's
Why?
beautiful people here. It's just a nice place to be. And so I was like, Texas, I'm not ready to go back home yet. Let me stay out here for a little while longer. So I'm still here.
That's wonderful. Oh, I'd love to visit. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey,
There'll be a
I'm
festival
here.
nearby, I'm sure, because
Yeah.
yeah.
I would love to attend that. And so thank you. I'm looking forward to your next project. Thank you for your words of wisdom for our viewers and our listeners. This is live and it'll be on YouTube. Please reshare on your social media and give your friends the opportunity to see the show who's not connected to me, and get the word out there. Just get the word out there. Storage is going to do great. You're going to do great at the festivals. I mean, it's good.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Cami. And the whole team. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to have to move, but go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, it's Francesca. Thank you, my friend. Until next time we meet again, SKST Radio.